V-Color Manta's XFinity DDR5 CUDIMM pushed to a whopping 12,350 mounts on ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF. V-Color Manta DDR5 CUDIMM memory showcased extraordinary overclocking potential with the ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF, which helped it reach such a high frequency. V-Color CUDIMM DDR5 reaches 12,264 mount S and 12,350 mount S respectively, making new world records on the ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF motherboard. Memory overclocking records are continuously emerging weekly, and this time, we have two new records of CUDIMM DDR5 memory overclocking. Both records were surprisingly made with the same memory kit on the same motherboard model by two different overclockers. The board in question is the ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF, which has been titled as Solid Overclocker in our review. One is the user AKM from the US, who managed to push the V-Color Manta's XFinity RGB CUDIMM DDR5 to 6131.9 MHz or again 12264 mount S of memory speed. He used the ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF, which is one of the best Z890 motherboards we have tested as well. A single stick of 24GB RAM module was used to reach this speed on a setup that was based on the Core Ultra 9285K with liquid nitrogen cooling. The CL timings were 5290 to 92 127 as revealed on the validation page. The next and the current world record is now held by the user Salty Croissant, who has achieved a staggering 6175.4 MHz or again 12350 mount S. Surprisingly, this user also used the same ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF motherboard, the same processor model, and deployed liquid nitrogen cooling on both CPU and memory. V-Color announced the results of the first overclocking result, saying V-Color Technology Incorporated has announced a new world record in DDR5 memory speed, reaching 12,264 MHz with its DDR5's XFinity memory module. This accomplishment was led by overclocker AKM, using the ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF motherboard and Intel Core Ultra 9 Narrow Lake processor. The record, confirmed on bot, solidifies V-Color's position as a leader in high-performance memory technology. Via V-Color, the CUDIMMs have been pretty aggressive in overclocking, as we have seen in recent days. Some CUDIMM DDR5 memories were overclocked to over 10,000 mount S, while some at just over 12,000 mount S. Last time, we saw Corsair CUDIMM DDR5 reaching 10,000 mount S on the ASRock Z890 Taichi OCF. So, it seems like the Taichi OCF has the potential to be the best Z890 chipset motherboard, not only in just the ASRock lineup but among all the lineups from other vendors as well. As far as the real-world impact goes with such high clock speeds, we don't have enough data with a 12000 plus mount S memory. However, ASUS did share previously that such high-speed memory may not be entirely useful for either gaming or productivity. This might be due to factors like higher latency, which reduces the impact of higher memory frequency,